The Secret of the Method, Episode 11, The Test Before the Crown. If you are patient, if you seek your reward, if you swallow your anger while being fully capable of acting, then prepare for the unexpected prize. A joy you never foresaw, but only after the test. For it is in the test that a person is either honored or humbled. Your trust in God must prove itself true. And when it does, the reward will come. Because God is kind, merciful, and He always answers the call of the oppressed, even when they do not speak. So your enemies, they will be punished not by your hand, but by their own envy when God lifts you. That envy is itself a curse. As we say in Darya, Li Galib Yarif, the one who triumphs becomes known. That's enough punishment for them. But before honor, there is trial. Before elevation, there is refinement. You chose a noble path. And every noble path has a price. God tests those He intends to raise. He said, then He rewarded you with distress upon distress. You forget the first sorrow through the second, until the heart is purified through endurance. Then, when the storm settles, you are crowned, rewarded for your steadfastness. But what happens next? You made a covenant with yourself. You reconciled your soul. You began to rise. Then, a relapse, a fall. You slow down, lose momentum, and sometimes even lose the progress you gained. Why? Because pride and self-admiration destroy deeds. Because envy eats away good actions. Because heedlessness opens the door for Satan. At the very moment of victory. It is in the fiercest battles, when you are on the edge of great achievement, that Satan sends his troops. When you are about to complete something sacred, he whispers fatigue, laziness, distraction. He knows, if you drop one pillar, the whole structure may fall. You start thinking, why commit to the rest, when I already failed in one? Or, I'll do this but not that. That's the contradiction he feeds on. It's how small neglect becomes total collapse. But listen, falling isn't failure. Returning to start again is not shame, it's courage. Try again, pray again, don't despair. Satan never gives up. Why should you? If he can't stop you with sin, he'll try distraction. If not distraction, then fatigue. If not fatigue, then false hope. He'll whisper, you've done enough. You're fine now. You've worked hard, rest. And the moment you agree, your light dims. He'll even disguise isolation as piety. He'll tell you, don't bother with people, leave them to their creator. But that's not purity. That's abandonment. That's cowardice. Your mission is to spread goodness. To mix with people. To endure their words, their misunderstandings, their judgments. Even if you hide at home, you'll still hear their voices in your mind. So why run? Satan's trick is simple. He never lets you admit your mistakes. He whispers, don't blame yourself. You've done enough. You're too strong to apologize. He sells you the illusion of independence, and calls rebellion freedom. But freedom without humility is just another prison. No one is born knowing. Every soul must learn, must fall, must rise again. God is the only true teacher. And divine knowledge, the kind that transforms hearts, is not granted to everyone. It's a gift for those He selects. The prophets, the saints, and those who sincerely seek. Now, think deeply. Who among us has ever looked at calamity and seen mercy in the first moment of pain? Who has smiled at the shock, knowing it carried a message from heaven? That is the hidden prize. Because the one who sees trial as honor has understood the secret. He knows affliction means election, that he is being chosen for something greater. To teach, to guide, to reflect divine love. What higher honor is there than to be crafted by God's own hand? As He said, and I cast upon you my love, that you may be brought up under my eye, to be formed by His trials, refined by His wisdom, and loved through His correction. That is the path of the chosen. It's not paved with roses. It's paved with lessons, each one earned, each one sacred. But when you endure, you rise not as you were. You rise reborn.